ver, te voy a poner en TikTok.
Empezaron a comentar mucho sobre el tema de los baches.
Trabó el otro teléfono.
Mata, quiero mostrar una propiedad.
Creo que aquí estoy bien retirado, suficiente. Y ahí ya estoy hablando directamente al micrófono y aquí estoy volteando a ver esto. Y
Estamos en vivo en TikTok.
Lo que no me gusta de eso es que aquí ya no
Casi
se
se me
ve,
cae el teléfono.
ya no se ve el Cid Chacón. Entonces, si lo volteo, bueno.
Estamos en vivo, gente. Ya comenzamos.
Hola a todos. Hey everybody. We're just getting ready to do our, what is it? Our 7th episode. I always get lost because we're filming these out of order. And we're still trying to get this studio, this little in-house studio together. So hopefully we make the best recordings for you guys. And like I said before, we want to have some fun. We want you to have some fun. We want everybody to participate. So make sure to get into that chat and share with us any questions that you might have. And let us know what you guys think about these properties as we go through these, right? Your feedback is really important, not just for me, but also for the agents that list these properties. So get ready, because we're about to go live on all of our platforms. And we're still doing some testing, we're still checking out stuff here and making sure that it all works out great. So let's see how this goes. Okay. All right, so I think this way it'll probably be best because it's not in my way. I'll still be able to talk to the camera. You should be able to pick me up. This is another test. All right. So let's get started here and get to our digital studio. Woohoo! All right. So if you guys want to join me while you're at home, please go to ReloToBaja.com. Make sure to create your account if you haven't already. Oops. I think this is good. This will be perfect, I think. The audio should be phenomenal on this recording. Hopefully I'm not too close to the mic. All right, let's go to this recording. This was the hot sheet. Copy. Oh, there we go. I don't know why it says that. All right, so let's go to projects. No, we don't want to do that. Let's go to record. Let me back out. Since we're already here, I guess this is the Sid Magic episode, huh? That's interesting. Copy. All right. Okay, everybody, grab your cup of coffee. Thank you for your patience, and we're about to get started. First thing we got to do is we got to give a title to this episode. If you're with me now on the live chats, we're just finishing up getting ready. Oops, 6 to 7 yet. All right. And we're going to start recording shortly. Oops, nope, that's a live. Made a mistake. And that's how we make mistakes, guys. So I accidentally went live on everything when this is a pre-recording we're trying to do here. Oops. Join session. Oh, man. And I keep making mistakes here. All right, let's stop this. Okay, thank you to everybody who's still waiting. Thank you for your patience. Carla likes to get you guys up before I'm slightly ready, so thank you again. For your patience, we're going to get started shortly. Go record. Okay, I think we've got it now. layouts, we want that one. And we can put the layout away. Start recording. Hello everyone, and welcome back. This is our 7th installment, our 7th episode in our 12-part series of, well, titled, Can I Find Something I Love Within My Budget? And we're going to do this as we share with you a very important skill, and that is using the MLS search function on your free account at ReloToBaja.com. And the idea here is to go in $100,000 installments. This way, we can give you, every episode will be from like starting at 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, and so on, all the way till we get to $1 million. And then at $1 million, we're going to go ahead and do 1.5 million and then 2 million. So you can see what you can find within those intervals. Obviously, we are hand selecting some of these properties because in some of these intervals, there's quite a bit of inventory, sometimes well over 100, etc., etc. There's currently 2,500 listings approximately in the MLS across all price points and all areas. So our goal is to help you discover different areas, different neighborhoods within these different price points, and in sharing with you how to use the MLS search so that you can make sure that you turn over every stone during your journey in looking for that ideal property and ultimately answering that question, can I find something I love within my budget? Right, so let's get started. If you're at home right now and you want to join me while we're doing this, let's go to ReloToBaja.com. Let me share my screen, and we'll go to ReloToBaja.com. Please feel confident, as you've heard me say this before, to create your account if you don't already have one, and you can do that very easily. Know that the information that you share, which is your name, your email address, and your cell phone number, is exclusively used by me and my team just to reach out to you and to answer all your questions, provide you service and attention. That's my goal. That's it, nothing else. If you do email me, give me about 24 hours to respond. I more than likely will respond faster than that. And if you do call me or text me, I'll likely respond immediately. So thank you again for your confidence, and let's get started. So once you're at ReloToBaja.com, we're going to go to the MLS search. We're going to hit property search. And for the purpose of this series, we want to do a completely broad search within the entire MLS coverage areas. So although there are curated areas here, we're going to keep it at Baja California Sur, which is the entire state within our range, right? So just to remind you guys, the Los Cabos MLS, we have agents all the way up in the Loreto area. That's about as north as we go with many agents. And some of these agents, they will list properties as far north as Mulejay, Santa Rosalia, and that's on the Sea of Cortez side. And on the Pacific side, the San Juanico area, which again, for those of you that are surfers, you might know this as, you know, geez, I forgot. That goes to show you this is live, okay? Yeah, I forgot the name of the bay, that how you guys call it. You've heard me say this before. It's got this endless bay, so I apologize. That said, it'll come to me in a moment. Well, that's what happens when you're recording these things, guys. Okay, so let's get started. So Baja California Sur, we're going to focus on the $601. Oops, 600,000. ¿Qué pasa? Okay, $600,001 and $700,000 right here. So this is what you want to do. And the reason why I'm adding in this little dollar right here is because, you know, we've already done all the way up to the $600,000 price point, and we don't want to repeat those listings. Scorpion Bay, there you go. San Juanico is also known as Scorpion Bay. Told you I'd remember. All right, so that's what we're looking at right here. Okay, so that said, we're doing this $100,000 range. We're going to look at any number of bedrooms, any number of bathrooms. And again, for property type, house and condo. Yes, you can search for these other types of properties, but we're focusing for this series on houses and condominiums. And then on the More tab, you've heard me say this before, I currently insist that you leave this as broad and untouched as possible. Obviously, as we discover that there's 146 listings here, this is where we want to start refining, right? So the first thing, and probably the only thing that'll really change here, is the ocean description right here, view description. That did reduce it to 114. Now we're going to add in minimum 2 bedrooms, minimum 2 baths. That didn't reduce it by very much at all. That only reduced it by 1. So let's bring this down to 3 bedrooms. So again, we're finding that we're limiting this series between the 2 to 3 bedroom range. We're at 90 approximately results, 89 results overall within this search right here, right? So let's start at the top. Let's see if we find something out here in this area. Now, as I zoom in, you'll notice already that Loreto starts to provide us some results within this price point, but there's nothing any farther up. So let's again focus here. Loreto. So Loreto was the original capital of all the Californias. There's a beautiful mission there with a great little museum that really shares the history of this particular area as the Spaniards and the Jesuit priests were really kind of making their base here, if you would. Today, the current capital of Baja California South is La Paz. So with that said, you know, it's interesting. I'm finding some really good properties to share with you guys here today. Let's take a look at this one because I think, well, actually we've covered quite a bit already in the Nopolo area where this is located. I believe it's time to show you something new in this area. This is found in a private gated golf course community known as Danzante Bay, and it is created by the folks and partners of the Via del Palmar in Loreto, if I'm not mistaken. These are beautiful condos, and as you can see, the elevator goes directly to your condo, like that's your front door. Yes, there is another door. You can exit through there and obviously take stairwells down in case of an emergency, but this is a phenomenal feature that all the way from the covered garage area, you can go ahead and take the elevator straight into your condo. So it makes it as if every condo was a penthouse, and that's pretty cool, right? So that's at $699, $690. They're all just about the same price point. So these are all located in the same community. Let's take a look at that one. And again, let's hit the map first, making sure to go to hybrid. This gives you a great satellite overlay in addition to the roads. So Highway 1, as you've seen throughout the majority of these videos, is the highway that goes all the way from San Diego down to Cabo San Lucas. It'll take you through the entire peninsula, covering both states of Baja California and Baja California Sur, right, which is the state that we're located in. And here you can see this is the only TPC golf course in Mexico. And there is another one, I believe, in Colombia, another one in the Caribbean, and another one in Asia, Southeast Asia, if I'm not mistaken. But this is it right here, and it's located here at Danzante Bay. And the Via del Palmar resorts right here, I believe the Via del Palmar is expanding. They may be putting in a Via La Estancia as well, which will be fractional ownership and full ownership condominiums, in addition to what we're looking at right now. Now, this is an old satellite image. It really doesn't show the development that's already been going on, which is right over here. And that's what we're looking at today. So let's take a look. And by the way, beautiful, beautiful little bay, okay? Great for kayaking, great for snorkeling, especially if you go along the edge of the rocks right here. Phenomenal for hiking. They got these amazing hiking trails all along here in the golf course, which you can do. Plus golf, of course, wonderful spa, gymnasium, etc., etc. So you got all the amenities right there, and you're about a 40-odd minute drive from Loreto's International Airport and the heart of Loreto as well. And in between here and Loreto, you will find a couple other interesting spots, such as a nice marina, great restaurants. All right, so let's take a look at this property. So right from here, you can see that point that I was mentioning earlier, which is phenomenal for some great snorkeling, kayaking, stand-up paddle. You got views from everywhere. I mean, it's just gorgeous. It really is. And that's one of the things I really enjoyed about my time in Loreto is that nature. I mean, it's just so beautiful. The mountains, the flora, the fauna. This shows a little bit of the common area amenities. Hopefully they put up some more pictures. This particular, I believe we're done, this particular development is very well focused on wellness. Okay, so it is all about, focusing on the mind, the body, the soul, taking good care of yourself, creating that vibe, so if that's something that you're looking for, especially in a nice, very virgin-like feel environment, it's quite amazing. So welcome to Unit 1301 at Mantarraya Residences. That is the name of the development, Mantarraya Residences. It's a stunning 2-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom beachfront condominium in the prestigious Danzante Bay community, home to TPC Danzante Bay and nestled along the Sea of Cortez, just 30 minutes south of Loreto. This residence is an exceptional opportunity to own a fully furnished and accessorized home that is completely turnkey, ready for immediate occupancy, or continued profitable vacation rental operations. Arrive in style with private elevator access that opens directly into your home, where an open concept layout blends modern sophistication with coastal charm. The living and dining areas are filled with natural light from floor to ceiling, sliding glass doors that lead to spacious covered terrace. Enjoy outdoor dining and lounging with breathtaking views of Danzante Bay, the Sea of Cortez, and the lights of Loreto at night. I don't know about the lights of Loreto at night. That just might be a bit of an exaggeration. It's quite a bit away, and there is some, natural terrain in between. That said, maybe this was written with AI. I don't know. Let's see something here. I don't see if there's anything else. Let's see if they put in the HOA. There you go. This is likely in pesos, guys, because it says the HOA frequency is per month. This is the tax amount, $4,344. So for this, that's in pesos because of the purchase price. Yeah, I'd likely say that this is, unless Loreto's municipality has changed things, which I would have to confirm for you guys, this is likely in pesos, and it is likely the developer's current taxes on it. Once you purchase, and you've heard me say this before, once you purchase your property, it will be reassessed by the local municipality for tax purposes, and that will change. I would argue that at this price point, if you bought it full price at almost $700,000, you'd be looking at closer to about $1,400 in property taxes. That's dollars. That's 28,000 pesos, in my opinion, for this type of property. The HOA frequency, they did not put it here. I would potentially say that this is closer to what the HOA amount would be. So this is something I would want to confirm with the agent, right? Yeah, and that's what you got me here for, right? Because again, I doubt that you're going to be looking at City Lights view of Loreto from this location, and you can easily confirm what I'm saying by just simply looking at the map, okay? Again, great location, great property, phenomenal development. I mean, look at all of this right here in between you and Loreto. I mean, I doubt you can see the City Lights view past this natural curve right here. I mean, Loreto is right here. You would have to kind of go way over here, I suppose, to this edge, and maybe you could see squeezing in between this island and this natural geographic, you might be able to see the Loreto lights. Yeah, what can I tell you? All right, let's move on to the next one. So this is located just outside of La Paz in the north area. You've heard me mention this one before as well. There's something for everybody in these locations. As we started going up in our price points, starting at $100,000, what's below 100, what's below 200, etc. Eventually, we started seeing properties here in the Centenario area. Now that we're in the $600,000 to $700,000 price point, you really can see the difference both in lot size and in construction for the money. Okay, so let's take a look at these two are renderings, and let's take a look at something finished. Let's take a look at these two here. You know, one thing that you're gonna see that's constant through here is that folks like to name their homes here. Usually it's like casa something or villa something or condo something, right? They'll give it some sort of name, you know, that describes the location that we're located in or it's located in. In this case, Sheila and Jim's home. I guess we know whose home it is, right? It's Sheila and Jim's home, right? So let's take a look at that one. The location specifically is, again, as I mentioned, in the Centenario area, just outside of La Paz. Great little restaurants along here. Tiki Todd's is a place that a lot of folks from expatriates, as they like to be called, from the United States and Canada like to hang out at. And you're not too far from the International Airport of La Paz, located right here, Manuel Marquez de Leon International Airport. And right about right here where you see the convergence of all of these roads, this is where you're going to find a lot of your shopping. You're going to find supermarkets, you're going to find shopping centers, so clothing as well, Home Depot, car dealerships, movie theaters, even a casino. All of that is right here, I mean, within 20 odd minutes, if you would, from your home located here in El Centenario. So let's take a quick look at this property. I think they've done like hammered copper backsplashes. That's pretty cool. There is a guy in La Paz that does a lot of custom hammered copper work, including sinks. This is beautiful, beautiful artisanry here on the ceiling. These types of domes, cupulas as they're called, with the recessed lighting. I mean, that is a lot of hand laid brickwork into that. It's gorgeous. Very, very old school, but yet modern, touches to it with this like hacienda style living. Look at that. I mean, it's picturesque. It's not for everybody. I get that. But that said, it's got a warmth to it. At night, this must look just gorgeous. Yeah, I'm impressed with that ceiling. Changing the furniture out might really give this a different feel while still maintaining that unique architecture, especially on the interior. They've done these little details. A lot of folks put in these terracotta marble type tiles in their bathrooms and stuff. But you can see right up here this little ribbon of tiles, decorative tiles, just adds that little touch. All the carpentry looks like it's solid wood carpentry, with a weathered finish. Looks a little elegant there, It's nice. Two garages. This is likely for their toys. More than likely, it's a small boat, maybe, or they've turned it into a workshop. Great outdoor cooking area, pool. Oh, let's go back to this one. You got this great view right there. Look at that. At night, I'm sure you can see La Paz from here with these beautiful city-like views. Fire pit area. And it looks like all of this is the size of the lot. Look at that, it's a big lot. You could add more to this, but if you did add something down here, you'd likely, well no, the view's in this direction. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, you could add more to it, 100%. You can see right here, there's a little contour to this lot, okay? So likely you'll be able to keep your view as it stands now, because on the other side, this is already built over here. And this is downhill, so you can clearly see why they built on this section of the lot. They wanted the highest point to be able to enjoy some of these views. Now that I stand corrected, because of this, the views of La Paz are located over here. This is facing in this direction. I mean, you might be able to get something of El Mogote. I don't know. I'd have to be there at night to really get it a good feel. Beautiful property. Great location. Let's take a look at what the description tells us. So, quality built hilltop home in El Centenario that is spacious, private, and tranquil. These words sum it up. Your new home will be like if you purchased this stunning these words sum up what your new home will be like if you purchased this stunning 3-bedroom home situated on a double lot. Okay, that's pretty cool. The large open concept great room boasts a unique brick dome ceiling that adds colonial charm to this 2,700 square foot home. This residence was designed for entertaining, and stepping through the patio doors brings you to a spacious, well-appointed outdoor space that will thrill you. Yeah, that is really nice. Pebble Tech, timber gazebo, gas fire pit, barbecue area with brick oven. That is nice. There is likely no HOA here. Again, tax amount, 5,600 likely pesos. That's what they paid when they bought this. Again, when you purchase this, you will be reassessed by the La Paz municipality, and you'll likely be paying closer to about $1,300 US. Again, I always prepare you with conservative numbers. I'd rather have you be delighted that it's less than what Sid said than try to make you feel good and excited about this really low number and then be disappointed that it's something else higher. I don't want that to happen. So again, I'm being very conservative with these quotes. Lot size, just about 3/4 of an acre. That is phenomenal size lot. I mean, just about 3,000 square meter lot. That is great. You can definitely add a guest house. I mean, what more? You can add a lot to it. All right, let's go on to the next one. So this one's also in the La Paz area, but it's a little closer if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. No, a little farther out. Okay, cool beans. So the last property that we looked at was just about right over here in this area. And this is over here in this area. Again, not too far away. But because of its location, you likely may have better views of La Paz, especially at night, okay? And you are facing more westerly, where this one was facing a little bit more northeast, sorry, this is facing easterly. So I correct myself. All right, let's take a look at this. So beautiful sunrises. This looks like it's in a regular shaped lot maybe, or is it rectangular? You can't quite tell by that photograph. 2-car garage. Here's your rooftop view. Well, got vegetation. That's all she wrote for those photographs. Okay, the good news is that you can see from this picture how close you are to the water. I mean, you can just take a quick little jog down here and enjoy a nice stroll. Alrighty, so let's take a look at the description and see what they tell us here. Just steps from the beach. This residence features 3 spacious master suites with private bathrooms and high-quality closets. The master suite is located on the ground floor along with the social areas, while the other 2 suites are on the second floor, each with its own private terrace, offering the possibility of creating separate entrances in the future. The commercial grade kitchen is equipped with a chef's stove and all necessary appliances, while the bright dining room, entertainment center, office, and laundry room, complete with interior. While the bright dining room, entertainment center, I thought I was going to see something else. The house comes furnished with most interior and all exterior furnishings included. Most. So there's likely going to be an exclusion list, is what they're alluding to with that statement. Again, no HOA, so if you want to live on a property without any HOAs, these last 2 properties that we've looked at will provide that to you. Lot size is over 1/3 of an acre, which is great. 1,300 plus square meters. All right, let's go on to the next one. That's La Paz, Centenario area. Now let's look at La Paz, kind of like the main city of La Paz. Actually, this one is good because it's actually on the El Mogote area, and I'll show you where El Mogote is in a moment. And then this one. So Paraíso del Mar is a private gated community, golf community. Most folks get around on this property on golf courses and bicycles. You can see these 2 horse-shaped condominium complexes. This one's already finished, this one is not. This one right here has restaurant, has a nice little pool, well not little, but great pool. And again, all of these trails here, these roads, you are using golf carts primarily, and bicycles to get around. Here's the golf course. This section over here are all homes, single family residences, freestanding, beautiful. And this little path that you see right here heads over to the little dock. And there is a ferry that will take you from this little isthmus or peninsula, a little mini peninsula, as you can see right here. It is connected to the rest of the La Paz area, mainland if you would. But you have a ferry that will take you from here to this little marina. So if you wanted to do some shopping, you need to go stock up on groceries, you don't have to take your car all the way around, although you can. You could just come right over here, bring your golf cart, get on the ferry, come across, and Uber to all the shopping that you need to do, and then head on back. And that's really cool. So if you want to enjoy some drinks, you can do that without having to worry at all about driving. What can I tell you? Not too shabby. They do hold some tournaments here on this golf course throughout the year. It's a great little community, wonderful, with great views, of course, of La Paz. So let's take a look at this ground floor condo. 3 bedrooms, 4 baths, 2,200 square feet, $610,000 on this one. You can really tell that the folks who own this property, they've enjoyed it. You know, it seems inviting and warm. The grounds here are really nice, and easy access to the beach. Great for kayaking. Great for stand-up paddle. As you can see here. And that's all she wrote. There you go. The pool areas. You can see a little bit of the restaurant there. Little volleyball. My wife and I have had a chance to spend time here. We've rented out a house and checked out all of these areas. They're gorgeous. Very low density. is what you're going to experience with this. Okay, looks like we're starting to repeat some photos here. So let's head back, take a quick look at these descriptions. This ground floor unit is perfect for families. It has a big terrace that faces the garden and the pool with an incredible view of the ocean. The unit is a turnkey condo. It has all the appliances needed to be comfortable. Paraíso del Mar is a unique development that offers a combination of nature, beauty, and amazing amenities like swim bar, jacuzzis, pickleball, golf courses, kilometers of beach, and the condo has AC in all rooms and all 4 bathrooms. So yeah, let's see if they give us what the HOA is on this one. They don't on this one. Okay. Let's move on over to the La Paz area. And starting with the map, let's go to hybrid. Okay, so this area, you've heard me in previous videos talk about this area. This is on the north end, if you would, of La Paz. If you stay on this road right here, as it's enumerated number 11, Highway 11, this road will take you to some of the most beautiful beaches found here in the La Paz area. And you can kind of see by all these beautiful colors. Balandra Beach, Tecolote Beach, Pichelingue, they're all gorgeous beaches. My favorite in particular out of all of them, although some are smaller, some are bigger, some are a little more private and secluded, some have a lot more mangroves on them. But for me, my favorite is Tecolote. You've got great restaurants there, beautiful views, very shallow water, crystalline waters. It is just amazing. Right here, gorgeous, gorgeous. And you have views of the famous Isla Espiritu Santo, right, which is great. Another great feature of this location of this property is that it looks like you're just 2 blocks away from what is the La Paz Malecón, the famous boardwalk. And this is a great, great feature that the city offers, an amenity. If you love to run, if you love to jog, if you love to walk, if you love to skateboard, we call it roller skate, ride a bicycle, this Malecón, this boardwalk, seems to go on 4 miles. It would start and just about right here where this marina is located, and it will continue to go on all the way up just to about right over here, okay? And then you can head on back. Some folks will take it a little further, but I believe just about right here is where it ends. So what can I tell you? That is a great amenity for the city overall, and families really enjoy the Malecón. Beautiful sunrises, beautiful sunsets. Let's take a look at this property here. So you can see it's a 2-story with a rooftop. Although it's a narrow lot, they've done a really good job in the finishes of the house, at least on the exterior. It looks great. Beautiful little desert landscaping. It comes with a little pool as well. Great for dipping. And you know, for a urban construction in the heart of the city, so to speak, 2 blocks away from the Malecón, I mean, it has these modern finishes to just make it look nice. I really like the work that they've done on this one. It looks like somebody bought it and remodeled it. This looks like solid wood Peroda. Peroda is a very hard, dense wood that is phenomenal against termites as well. Or you know what? This may be a small little subdivision or a developer that bought up several lots and built these homes, because it looks like they all have something in common, don't they? Now, if you go back and you see this little right here, this is common to see. This is a separate wall from this one. They built this wall separately from the rest of the house, and that's why you have this dividing line that ultimately shows the different types of settling, if you would. Fire pit. I think this is a fire pit on the 2nd floor, mind you, off of a bedroom. So this terrace looks like it connects, 2 bedrooms can empty out into that terrace. And here's you have that fire pit area. Am I understanding that correctly? Casas Revolucion, see what I mean? Let's see if I'm wrong. And here's your rooftop terrace with that horizon view right there of the Sea of Cortez. It's not bad at all. 690, great location. You know, there's something for everybody, right? This might be right for you. I don't know. Let me know. What are your comments? Give us your comments, guys. Let us know what you think. You know, would you be into something like this just a few blocks away from the La Paz Malecon? I feel like they've done a fairly decent job with the space that they have right here. 3 bedrooms, 4 baths, 2,700 square feet, 690. Let's take a look at what the description tells us. Elegant, newly built, 2-story home, just steps from the La Paz waterfront boardwalk, set in the vibrant Estarito area. This residence features 3-bedroom suites, each with its own bathroom and built-in Perota closets, plus an additional half bathroom. The home showcases modern colonial finishes, seamlessly blending with La Paz's unique architecture and entire marble floors. Through the layout features an L-shaped kitchen with an island pantry and laundry rooms, as well as a living and dining area that opens to a patio, pool, outdoor shower, and barbecue area. The first floor hosts a bedroom suite, while the second floor offers a master suite with a walk-in closet, a 3rd bedroom suite, a family area, and an outdoor terrace with a fire pit lounge and leading to a roof pergola. Interesting. Seems like a cute little house. What can I tell you? The lot size isn't large, obviously. They've done an excellent job with the space, in my opinion. HOA frequencies paid quarterly, but they don't mention what it is. Because it's a brand new construction, I'm sure this is a new subdivision, the HOA fees will likely be determined by you, the homeowners, based on whatever amenities are common, shared between all the homeowners. More than likely it'll just be security and some gardening. There's likely to be some, maybe a water usage and electricity for some common area lighting. So I doubt that it'll be very high at all. Again, property taxes on something like this, I would guesstimate, would be on the high end, closer to $1,400, maybe definitely less. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. So you've heard me mention many a times how much my wife and I love the La Ventana El Sargento area. What is this? Let's take a look at that one, and let's take a look at this one. I mean, there's only 2, right? 2 listings within this $600,000 to $700,000 price point. And if you're just joining us now, this is our 7th episode in our 12-part series as we look at the interval of $600,000 to $700,000 in hopes of answering the question, can I find something I love within my budget? Right? So let's take a look at this one. So first, let's identify where this is located. I believe it's El Sargento. Yep, this is the El Sargento area. So this is on the north end of El Sargento, and I can tell because of this riverbed right here. You know, quick interesting note, if you are into some geothermal waters and you want to go enjoy a beach that offers some of that, right here in the La Paz area, sorry, in the La Ventana del Sargento area, you will find a beach that does give you some geothermal waters here, which is quite interesting. One of the things that we enjoy doing is, and I'm trying to find it, that we enjoy doing, I believe it's just about here. Yeah, it could be right about here. I'd have to double check. Maybe it's a little bit over here. Yeah, you know what's really cool about it is because it's literally at the break of the water, literally. And so what a lot of folks do when they get there, there's lots of pebbles, and you can form your own little pool and choose the mix, like how much hot water, how much ocean, how much seawater you want in there, and kind of just adjust the temperature to your liking. Do you want a little hotter? Do you want a little cooler? It's really an interesting location. That said, back to the property. We're here in the north end of El Sargento. Gorgeous beaches, and again, El Sargento La Ventana is very well known as the kite surfing, the windsurfing capital of Baja California Sur, if not North America. It just has this constant wind thanks to the island. Actually, let's go back and I'll show you. Thanks to the island of Cerralbo, also known as Jacusto Island. And about this time of the year, as we're headed into the next commercial season, which runs all the way from now, October, through about April, you're going to have these winds that run about north-south right here. And these winds usually are active really strongly between 11 to about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, approximately. And you have great 4 hours of windsurfing, kite surfing, just go out there and have fun and rip it, as they say, right? Also well known for fishing, well known for diving, right along here, this island as well. So great place to enjoy, and beautiful, beautiful sandy beaches. I mean, just really beautiful sandy beaches. And that's one of the reasons why my wife and I really love the La Ventana El Sargento area. All right, let's get back to the property. So where is this? This looks like it's a pre-construction. Yeah. Very sandy colors, neutral colors, earthy colors. So where? Okay. Casa Matacora, 296 square meter pre-construction home. Its design fits perfectly with the environment. The property has 2 levels. First floor features a 2-car garage, a pool with an outdoor kitchen and a full bathroom, as well as a bedroom with a private bathroom and an indoor kitchen. Upstairs we find 2 bedrooms, each with its own bathroom, and a very large terrace with spectacular ocean views. The property is located on the road to Hot Springs, as I was ironically talking about just a moment ago. Already has electrical wiring and is delivered partially furnished. Additional furniture can be negotiated directly with the developer. Delivery is estimated for late October this year. If it is this year, man, update the photos. Give us some examples of the ongoing construction. Oh, did I? No. Additional furniture can be negotiated directly. Okay. House, excellent projected capital gains. Okay. This obviously is not going to have an HOA. You're not going to have an HOA fee for that same reason. It doesn't mention the size of the lot, which is, oh, here it is. Okay, so just over a tenth. So probably 480 square meters. That's not bad. It's a decent sized lot. One of my previous homes was on a 300 odd square meter lot, and that was large enough for us to have a 2-car garage, maid's quarters, 3 bedrooms, what was that? 1, 2, 3 full baths, half bath, rooftop terrace, and still have a nice yard in the back where our dog would just go nuts. So yeah, what can I tell you? That's not bad. I mean, 480 square meter lot, not too shabby at all. Interesting. I'd love to see some advances of photography on this if it is delivered in October this year. Otherwise, they're talking next year and they haven't gotten started yet. So interesting. Remember, with a pre-construction property, we want to make sure we do our due diligence. We want to make sure that the payments that are ultimately released to the developer are based on construction advances on the construction that show that they're getting the work done before we release the money at those stages. So this one here looks like it's another rendering. Let's go back to the map again. And again, we're talking in this El Sargento area, not too far from the last property we were looking at, which was just about right over here. I wonder if it's the same builder, because this is, again, another pre-construction property here. Well, this one is showing us some advances, which is great. 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, just under 2,200 square feet, $650,000. Now this one here, this is what I wanted to see kind of with the other one that we just looked at. you know, what kind of views am I going to get? They should have at least taken some photography of the lot itself, its location, and the kind of surrounding views you're going to get. And I think that's all she wrote for these photos. Okay, they're kind of like added in some, and okay. Yep, that's all she wrote. Again, drone shots here would have been phenomenal. If this is something that interests you, let me know. Obviously, I got some homework to do and a little bit of due diligence just to discover if it's even something that we'd be interested in, right? Pre-sale, house under construction for sale, your future home awaits. Looking for a new house that you can personalize from the start. This beautiful house under construction offers the perfect blend, location, design, and potential. 3 spacious bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, open concept living, dining area, modern kitchen, layout, lower patio with jacuzzi, city water, 16,000 liter cistern. You know, whenever you see something that's mentioning this, you know, the city water and, you know, 16,000 liter cistern. What is a cistern? Cistern is the water reserve that usually you'll find in ground on your property. The city water, obviously the municipality is delivering water is what they're trying to imply here, but it may come in a schedule basis. It's not constant, consistent. So it'll come once a week, once a month, once every 2 weeks. It can vary depending on the neighborhood. And if you're buying in a brand new area, it's possible that the municipality hasn't laid out its water network yet in that area. So again, a cistern is very common here in the Baja, nothing to be worried about. There is plenty of water, and usually when there is no municipal water supplied, whether it's daily, consistently, or whether it's done on a rotational calendar basis, you can get water as needed by simply calling what's called a pipa, a water truck. And that is proof, in my opinion, that we're not having a lack of water, we have a distribution issue, again, because of the growth, right? And you know, more people are interested in this destination. We're building faster than the infrastructure in certain areas is ready for us, and that's okay. Some folks don't mind being off-grid. Again, there's plenty of water wells locally, and you can call a pipa to deliver water. That's not an issue. And again, electricity through solar, through wind is phenomenal. And you can have your own septic systems as well. So you can very much be completely off-grid and independent. If that's something that interests you, let me know. Reach out to me right away and let's get you started. All right, let's take a look at this. Again, you're not in a gated community, so no HOA fees. And are you going to tell me the size of the lot? No. I really want to know what the size of the lot is on. Oh, here we go. Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, you're looking at about 1/4 of an acre, of just about 1,000 square meters. That's really nice. It's a good, based on this, 920, right about 960 square meter lot right here. That's not bad at all, 968 square meters, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's go on to the next one, guys. And again, thank you for joining us. We're almost at our 3/4 of the way. So I want to show you the Los Barriles area, and then we're going to head down to Cabo San Lucas and San Jose del Cabo. Oh, this is interesting. This one looks kind of cool too. And that's it, there's 3 listings. I'm not gonna do all 3, I chose 2 out of 3, and then we'll head down here. And if we have some time, we'll head back up on the Pacific side over to this is likely Cerritos Pescadero area, and this is Todos Santos. So let's take a look at these. So again, what we always wanna do is we wanna hit the map, do the hybrid, or hybrid. How do you pronounce it? Hybrid? This is just before you enter the Buena Vista, as you can see, and the Los Barriles area. So again, this is a little bit more rural, if you would, than Los Barriles Buena Vista. This right here is up and coming, and as you can tell by this grid area right here, this is a new subdivided area right here where you can see the streets. It's likely going to be dirt roads, but look at how close you are to the ocean. That's nice, and off the highway. You are very close to all the amenities you could potentially like or need, but still not in town, quote unquote, right? You're not in town. So a little bit out there. Let's take a look at what this has to offer. 3 bedrooms, 4 baths, 2,700 plus square feet for $635. Single level living with a second floor rooftop. Again, Perota wood, guys. Let's get familiar with that because you're going to see that often. I'm a big fan of lots of light. I love having these bright areas, lots of light. You gotta love it. I mean, you're cooking, you want to see what you're doing. Again, this is very, very common as we get into the Los Barriles area and the La Ventana del Sargento, Todos Santos. This is what you really see outside of La Paz and San Jose del Cabo and Cabo San Lucas. Let's say that those are like the 3 major cities. Everywhere else is smaller, and you get this real kind of, you know, eclectic, natural, polished cement vibe. You know, you can even see that here on the floors. Those are not tiles, if I'm not mistaken. Those are not tiles. That's cement, polished cement with a pattern. Easy maintenance. That's what this comes down to. It's super easy maintenance when your construction is concrete rebar, you know, cinder block, very strong, easy maintenance. You know, I would say that a lot of the properties that we've looked at, the majority of them, if you notice, they don't have per se like hurricane shutters. Have you noticed that? And, you know, we do live in a hurricane area, and I've lived here for 25 years now, approximately 24, 25 years. And, you know, yes, a lot of folks, I will never discourage you not to get hurricane shutters. It's like, you know, peace of mind. Get it. It'll make you feel comfortable. It'll make you feel confident. Do it. But you'll discover that a lot of folks don't have them. And, you know, the construction is what it's all about, and knowing how to handle a hurricane. We're very blessed here, I have to say. Very, very blessed. Even that bathroom is cool. I don't know, I like that. That pool looks like it has a nice depth to it, right? And let's go back real quick. Look at that view. This is your view off the second floor. Here you go. There's that property right there, and there you go. There's the water. You're just not that far from it at all. That's nice. This is the stuff my wife likes. She loves this sort of stuff. So do I. I'm not saying I don't. All right, looks like we've started to repeat the photos. So let's take a look at the description. Nestled just minutes from the vibrant town of Los Barriles, this stunning 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom home offers the perfect blend of comfort and Baja charm. Designed for relaxation and entertaining, the property boasts a spacious open-concept living area with breathtaking views of the surrounding landscape. Step outside of your private oasis featuring a sparkling pool, perfect for cooling off on warm Baja days. The expansive flat roof is crowned with a large wrapped palapa, providing an ideal space for lounging, dining, and enjoying panoramic sunset views. 2 of the 3 bedrooms features its own ensuite bath, offering privacy and convenience. The thoughtfully designed kitchen is equipped with modern appliances and plenty of storage. The entire home is decorated with beautiful Perota throughout. Remember that Perota wood. Situated on 1,500 square meters with no immediate neighbors for the privacy you want and deserve. Well, no immediate neighbors at the moment, right? Eventually. And they will be building. If we go back to some of these photographs out here, I mean, there will be some construction going on around you eventually. And it'll still be nice and quiet and quaint. I mean, you can kind of see there's these 4 lots right here, right? And you can see the distance between these homes. Maybe there'll be another one here, there'll be another one there, there. You know, these lots, 1,500 square meters, guys, that's over 15,000 square feet of land, you know? So it's not too bad, not too bad at all. It's over 1/3 of an acre. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is the one that caught my eye. I thought it was interesting, this design. It's older, in my opinion, that kind of style. And this is in the Los Barriles area. Let's see. Like in Los Barriles. Yeah. Yeah, so here's Los Barriles, right? And this is right over here. You know, this is the original, if you would, town, and it's been expanding north over time, okay? It's been going north, north, north over time, a little farther away, right? And now it's going not just north, it's also going inland, as you can see right here. So this is looks like it's a little hillside, like a small little mound, for lack of a better way to describe it. Let's take a look at what the property looks like. It looks like it's going to have a view facing south and east. So let's see if I'm correct on this. I love the vegetation, and if my wife were to see this, she'd be like, "Oh, I love it. I love the vegetation. I love the trees." The size of the lot already seems like it's a nice, ample-sized lot. Is that a pizza oven right there? Wood fire pizza oven? See, these are what those cisterns are, right? Those in-ground cisterns. That's what they're trying to show you with these photographs here. So you have that, and you can kind of see the water pipes from here. All of this stonework, right, on the patio. They put that little palapa strategically so you can get shade. Oh, look at that. That's cool, right? You have your grill. These mountain views are just gorgeous. It makes you feel like you're out in the country, mountainside, like having that campestre, if they would. What's the word I'm looking for in English? But yet you're by the ocean, right? This is a second floor view, by the way, guys. So you're getting this off the second floor view. Ground floor views, it's nothing. You're not going to have an ocean view, but it's all vegetation. Is what I'm trying to express. And you can tell by the design, this is a little bit of an older construction, right? You might want to go in there and do some upgrades to it, as you can tell by the kitchen. Very different from the last one that we just saw. And that kind of lends itself to what I was expressing earlier. The last one that we looked at, which is a little bit south of the Buena Vista and Los Barriles area, is a newer subdivision. This is a little bit of an older area that's been, attracting people for some time now. All right, let's take a look at what the description tells us. House with 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, pool and bar with barbecue area, 2-car parking under palapa, lot perfect locating, attached to the green area, beautiful ocean view, many improvements to the house and pool, must see, internet in the house, available to see by appointment. That's very quick and to the point, isn't it? What can I tell you? Again, no HOA on this one for sure. And just about 1,600 square meters, well over 1/3 of an acre, just about, is what we're looking at right here. Yeah, pretty cool. That's nice. All right, let's head to, this entire series, I've been doing my best to showcase other neighborhoods, other areas. Frankly speaking, there was like nothing in under $100,000 in Cabo San Lucas or San Jose. There were some between 200 to 300. Absolutely, there were some for sure. About 160 odd listings throughout the entire MLS between 100 to 200,000. So there was something there. As we went higher in price point, we started seeing more and more and more. But I really have been focusing in this series and sharing with you other areas. I really wanted to turn you guys on to other areas. Maybe I was kind of doing that subconsciously at the same time, because I live in Cabo. I didn't want to feel like I have a bias to Cabo San Lucas or to San Jose del Cabo or whatnot. So today, let's make sure that we cover something like that. Okay, let me see here. Where is this one? Gardenias. Okay, I know exactly what. If you want to live oceanfront, we have covered Velamar before. That's in the tourist corridor. Santa Arena. Villas Mexico, that's over in the San Jose Country Club, the Club Campestre San Jose. Villas Mexico is in the Club Campestre San Jose. Cora, all of these are in, apparently there's a lot for sale in the San Jose Country Club, the Club Campestre San Jose. We've covered that area before. I really want to show you something different, and I think I found that with the very first one. Okay, so I'll show you these two as quickly as possible. Looks like we're going overtime, guys. Thank you for joining us and sticking with us on this one. We are definitely going overtime. Okay, so Gardenias. This is in San Jose del Cabo. Great community. I would have to argue that it's been around for a little bit. Located in the Cabo Real area, just on the corridor as you're, this is what's called the San Jose corridor. So it's just a little bit past the halfway point as you're headed towards San Jose del Cabo from Cabo San Lucas. And Cabo Real has this great golf course right here and hotel zone right on the other side of the highway. A big thing that's going to be happening right here is a new subdivision is going to be being built over here with its own wave pool. So that's going to be bringing a breath of fresh air, if you would, or renewedness to the area, a lot more attraction, if you would. So this Gardenias right here is this gated community of condominiums. Not too many. It's really nice, very quiet, and some nice views. Let's take a look at this one specifically. Look at that. See? And these views are protected. They're not going to go away. There's nothing that's going to change this view whatsoever. It is an older build. But a great floor plan. You know, the kitchen, dining room, living room area, nice views. It has a great little palapa out by the pool area. This might even come with a garage. We'd have to double check. And you can see right over here, let me see. They were kind of mixing photos there. That's all that, let's see if they put it in the description. Condominium in excellent condition with an ocean view, high quality furniture, as well as art items. High quality hurricane shutters. This one has hurricane shutters. Condominium is ready for you to bring only your personal belongings and settle in, meaning it's turnkey. 24/7 security, pool, jacuzzi, barbecue area, palapa, elevator, which is good. Okay, not all of these condo complexes have elevators. I believe you need to be at least a 5-story condo building for it to be required. So you'll discover that not all of these buildings have. So as we're getting older, or you want to be able to rent to an expanded group of demographic of people, you know, an elevator is a key option here. So that's really nice. Tennis court, gardens in the common area, great golf course. Parking in front of the building is for one car. Second car should park in the white marked curb. Okay, pleasant community. You'll be able to enjoy the tranquility of your home in this condominium. It also has a garage with an electric gate with an area of 33 meters squared. This is a huge little plus. Okay, I gotta tell you, garages are not very common here. Okay, I mean, not in Cabo and San Jose, speaking in general. I mean, in the 20 odd years that I've lived here now, you know, to have a garage is like a big deal. Okay, I gotta tell you. So, I mean, you're starting to see that more as we look at these other properties in other areas, you know, because they're newer builds. But speaking in general, for the 20 odd years that I lived here, garages are not common at all in San Jose and Cabo San Lucas. So to see that you get a garage, that is pretty cool. Let's see if they tell us HOA fees. They don't mention, here it is, 560. I would say that this is dollars, okay? 560 HOA fee per month is what it says here. And the tax amount, this is likely pesos, okay? 3,386. As if we go back to this, I would say that your HOA fee is going to be closer to about 1,400 US at the end of the day when they reevaluate your property on the transaction, during the transaction. So, and again, I'm being conservative with that number. So let's go back to the this one. So Cenit is a brand new construction. It's currently ongoing. They've already finished a few towers, if not more. They're already starting to. What's beautiful about this, and I'll go back to my thought in a moment, is its location. It sits on the highest point inside of the Fonatur area. If you've been with me in previous episodes, we've discussed the Fonatur area is this entire area you see right now on the map, right here from Highway 1 towards the east, all of this hotel zone, the golf course, which was a 9-hole municipal golf course at one point. It's now owned by the Vidanta Group, and this set of homes here. And this is a little hillside right here next to the dog park, and this is where you'll find Cenit. And Cenit, what's neat about Cenit is that you have like 3 towers that face in 3 different directions. You have east, south, and west in general speaking. We're giving you these amazing views overall. The amenities are phenomenal in this community, and it is built by an extremely reputable builder. So like I said many times when you're dealing with pre-construction, we want to make sure that we're doing our due diligence and that the builder will complete their project as promised. And this is one of those developers. The Bahia Tower is one of those 3 towers that we mentioned earlier. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2,500 square feet for 650 US. This is a perfect example of the 3 towers I was describing earlier. Okay, this one faces east, this one faces south, and this one faces west towards the Palmilla area. So what do you like? Do you prefer sunsets? Do you prefer sunrises? Or would you rather just kind of be in the middle of Goldilocks and to just have the sun pass directly overhead from left to right in that scenario? The pool will have sun virtually all day long. And these are the views that you get from this phenomenal, look at that fire pit. See what I'm talking about? That's Cenit. So yeah, this is the building that faces west towards the Palmilla area. I believe this photograph was taken somewhere where if this is the 3rd building, or this is the building right here that sits in between the west and the east building. All right. I'm sure I've already said everything that it's done right here. Well, what can I tell you? They're not afraid to tell you that the developed by Baja Capstone Development Group, a partner of TMG Investments and the Pueblo Bonito Group with decades of experience in delivering the utmost in quality real estate products. There you go. Currently listed at a discounted price of $705,000 with an 8% discount for a 50% down payment. That's a great example. Most developers are not going to negotiate on price, and they're not negotiating here. They're offering you an incentive for providing a much stronger initial down payment. Most developers are going to be offering anywhere between 30 to 35% on average required down payment after your due diligence, with a $10,000, $5,000 to $10,000 reservation, fully refundable. During the due diligence, if you decide not to move forward, that $5,000 to $10,000 reservation fee is returned to you. Your only expense would have been the opening of the escrow account, which if you work with me, we likely can negotiate with the escrow company to keep your escrow account available to you and not have to pay it again as we continue to search for your next property, if this is not the one for you. So we'll find a solution around that. The amenities here include the pool, jacuzzi, outdoor spaces, pickleball court, food truck, and sky bar. Offer exclusive amenities for residents to relax and socialize. You know, food truck, they mean a restaurant. It's a small little restaurant, but like, you know, with that food truck feel is the whole idea. I mean, literally, it will be a truck, a food truck, but, you know, it's part of the vibe, you know, is the whole idea here. Yeah, really cool. Do they share with us HOA fees? HOA fee, $455 monthly. Now, here's something to note. When we're looking at pre-construction properties and we're talking HOA fees, it's important to remember that these are initial projections on the HOA fee. They will likely change once you and the homeowners get together and you start to, you know, maybe change providers, change, you know, that we want to hire this security company instead of that one, this administrator instead of that one, you know, let's get these pool guys instead of those, you know, things like that, and that will ultimately change your HOA fee. Could be less, could be more, but that's something to be aware of, right? They're not written in stone.
Se te cortó el live de YouTube.
Okay, pues no sé por qué. Okay, so let's continue here. In Cabo San Lucas, okay, so this is interesting. I don't think we've really touched on these very much. So I'm going to pick out this one here, Copala, Tower 5, Villa del Larry. All right, we'll look at this one, and we'll look at 5th floor. Okay, we'll touch these two. And then we'll call it wraps, guys. Thank you so much. This has been probably the longest episode that we've done. So I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. These last two properties are going to offer you a great little bit of insight here. This property is located just before you enter the Quivira master plan community. Okay? Right here, oops, didn't mean to do that. So again, just to give you a sense of where town is located, here's the marina. This is the main downtown area. There's a little road right here that leads you up to Sunset. This is that Sunset area, the Sunset Valley as I call it, right? And you come up Villa del Larry, which is this beautifully manicured road that brings you into this great subdivision, this great master plan community of Quivira with Jack Nicklaus Golf Course and whatnot. This condo is located right here, right as you get to the second security gate. Yeah, I said that, second security gate on the same road into Quivira. Okay, and let's take a look at this one. These are the views that you get. Now you can choose if you want to have the floors polished or matte finishes. Beautiful carpentry. Underground covered parking. Elevators. Gorgeous views, both city light views. This is like the city of Cabo San Lucas itself. You're not looking at the downtown area, you're looking at the expansion area of Cabo San Lucas right there. So it's like New York at night, it's beautiful lights. And then over here, you have the Pacific Ocean. So you can enjoy watching the whales during the day, and during the whale watching season, the fishing boats and whatnot. And then at night, if you're hanging out by the pool area, you can enjoy the city lights view as well. This is Via del area that we were talking about earlier. Interesting location. Fully furnished, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, condo overlooks Sunset Beach in Quivira with endless views of the Pacific Ocean. Cabo Peninsula, that is the name of the subdivision. Cabo Peninsula Residences is a luxury residential community located close to the best that Cabo has to offer, including pristine beaches, world-class golf courses, fine dining restaurants, shopping, vibrant nightlife, etc., etc. You know what's really cool about this? It says the additional cost is Quivira access has been granted to homeowners and is now part of the HOA payment. The additional cost is $100 per month and paid to a separate account. So what that means is you now, it's as if you were living inside of Quivira, and you will get discounts on the golf course, on the restaurants, and you have access to all of that sort of stuff as if it was part of your amenities. That is super duper cool, guys. I mean, really cool. So phenomenal opportunity. Let's see what the HOA is. HOA fee is $375 US per month. Again, the tax, this will be recalculated when you make your purchase. Let's take a look at the next one. Vista Bella 1. So this was the very first phase. We've talked about the Grand Velas developers and how they build resorts, and they're also doing a lot of residential communities here in Cabo San Lucas. This is actually their second development. Velamar is found in the El Tule area in between San Jose and Cabo San Lucas. This was their first one, like right in Cabo, so to speak. It's actually found adjacent to Costco, and so what that means to you is you have a 24-hour supermarket, you have gasoline station, you have Costco, and behind it you'll find that there's like a block away, there's a great shopping center with phenomenal restaurants as well. I mean, all of this is walking distance, okay? Literally walking distance. So whether it's for personal use, long-term rental, or vacation rentals, this condo is really a really good opportunity at $699. Look at that. See, you have a view of Land's End. That's not going to go away. That view of Land's End is not going to go away. And I believe this is a top floor penthouse unit with its own private rooftop. That's another huge plus. I mean, yes, if there was a negative, you do see the roof of the 24-hour supermarket. Okay, yeah, you do see that.
Creo que voy a conectar a propósito los envíos.
All right. Unobstructed panoramic views. This fully equipped penthouse is move-in ready and located in a privileged area just 2 minutes from supermarkets, close to everything Cabo has to offer. This road is one of Cabo's unique. For walking, hiking, and mountain biking. Located in one of the best reputed areas within Los Cabos. Yep, I agree. All of that. It's true. HOA fee, again, this is in pesos. That's just about $200 odd a month for your HOA fees. And your property taxes, again, this will definitely be reassessed. That's in pesos. They put this in pesos and they put that in pesos. So yeah, that's another thing that sometimes can be confusing as you're looking at these guys. I get it. Please make sure to ask me, hey Sid, can you confirm what the HOA fee is on this one? Can you confirm what the property tax is on this one? This last and final property is a perfect example because that is not in dollars and this is not in dollars either. I mean, you're not paying $4,000 a month in HOA fees. You're not. That's about $200. And the property taxes here, you're definitely not paying $2,700 a month in property taxes for this property. You'll likely be paying closer to $1,400, sorry, I said a month, a year. And remember, in Cabo, you get that 20% discount if you pay it off at the beginning of the year until they change it, but that's what it is now. So again, thank you so much for joining me on this recent installment of can I find something I love within my budget, right? That's the question we're hoping to answer, and I hope we're helping you answer that question. I'd love to share more with you, but I don't know if you're following, so make sure to click the subscribe button and ultimately the notification button as well so that you don't miss any episodes as we put these out for you. I hope to do this on a monthly basis, put out 3 of these per week, as these listings will be changing. In addition to that, we're going to be looking at, we are doing now, the live hot sheets. We've been doing them about every other day. Our goal is to get them done every day, and we'll likely be doing those between 5 to 8 p.m. Pacific time. We haven't really zeroed in on a specific time that we're doing that, and that's because daylight savings is affecting that, and also my work, right? So I'm working with a lot of clients. Sometimes if you want to meet with me and do a Zoom to go over your specific search criteria and recap what the current market conditions are and how that can affect you in your decision-making process, I will be more than happy to accommodate to your schedule, and that's something that ultimately affects my live hot sheet episodes. So with that said, guys, thank you again for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you on the next one. Uf, me pasé mucho.